Did Tony Stark know that Captain America knew his dad? The Marvel Cinematic Universe has done a superlative job of weaving intricate relationships between its characters, creating a rich tapestry of personal connections and dramatic tension. Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, the men behind Iron Man and Captain America, serve as prime examples. When you sift through the cinematic timeline, their history doesn't stretch back to just one meeting or two encounters, but many threads over time, as it tends to happen in the MCU. Let's dial it back to Captain America, the first Avenger. Here, Howard Stark is more than just a side character. He's instrumental in Cap's origin story. It's fair to say Cap knew Howard Stark fairly well. After all, Howard was one of the few to see Steve both before and after his transformation into a physique that could rival an Olympic athlete. Plus, they fought the good fight against Hydra side by side during World War II. Now, leapfrog to Captain America Civil War and the disjointed relationship between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. There's a familial undercurrent given the involvement of Howard, Tony's father. But did Tony really comprehend the depth of Steve's connection with his dad? To dissect this more clearly, Tony Stark, with his bruised ego, often embroiled in his tech and the Iron Man persona, might not have fully grasped the magnitude of Cap's historical bond with Howard until it was too late. It's part of that human complexity. We sometimes don't appreciate the breadth of our connections or the historical significance until they are cast in a searing spotlight. By the time we reach the events of Civil War, Steve's knowledge of Howard becomes a catalyst for conflict, one born out of secrets and the moral compass that guides Cap's actions. This isn't about casual knowledge. This is about intimate, vital, unresolved history hauling itself into the present. Did Tony know Steve knew his dad? Sure he did, but only on a surface level. It's not until Tony's view of his dad, of Steve, and of their shared legacy gets skewed through a violent and personal lens that he truly reckons with what that connection meant. And by then, it's complicated by pain, betrayal, and Tony's own inner turmoil about his father's shadow and his legacy. And so, in the heart of Portland, as I'm brooding over these tangled narratives and the oftentimes messy intersection of superheroics with the human condition, I can't help but reflect on the broader question: how well do any of us truly understand the relationships that shape us until they are thrust into the light? Comic books, and their cinematic counterparts, often present complex issues with dramatic flair. They invite viewers to consider how multifaceted and interwoven our own histories might be, especially with people who've impacted our lives, whether they're as close as family or as distant as superheroes on a screen.